Alright, here we go. We are live-ish again. We are here. Here I am. Hello. Making a chicken and banana korma. What's the banana doing in a korma? That's crazy talk. We're going back to Nisha Katona's bold, which is bold take on classic dishes, and she's decided she's going to put a banana in a korma. And let me tell you, it works. It's nutty, it's creamy, it's delicious. Yeah. Anyway, I've come in with all this energy and it's all come screeching to a halt. Except no, it's not, because I've got a whole bunch of ingredients all ready to go. It's actually very simple. Curry's always eluded me, but you know what? Not actually that difficult. Not actually that difficult at all. So, we have chicken, we have banana, obviously. I've got onions, I've got garlic, I've got some ginger. That's all going to go in first. I've got some spices, I've got some ground almonds and some sugar. I've got the, this is how you make a good curry. So this is creamed coconut. I'll talk about that later, and creme fraiche. So basically all the unhealthy stuff. But that's how you make a good one. Anyway, let's get rid of this. Let's get this onion cooking. Let's get some heat going in our pan. And let's make a banana and chicken korma with Mike. Yeah. All right. Medium high. Big glug of oil. Don't need to show you that because that's fine. Anyway, here we are, 2 onions. These ones are little babies, but that's fine. We don't need too much onion. Get those garlics out of my way for now. So I cut, I've probably gone through this multiple times because every single dish seems to start with some onions being cut up. So I start with cutting off the tip, not the root. I believe that's how you start crying. Although I've noticed in this country that the onions are nowhere near as potent. I don't cry anywhere near as much. Or maybe I'm just more emotionally adjusted. I've been reading about stoicism, so maybe that's what the deal is. Okay, so we just slice down the lengthways, longitudinal ways, and then we go across the highway. I've just said how much these onions don't make me cry, and I know now I'm going to start absolutely sobbing. So, grab one. Down the highway, across the road, however you want to describe it. Yep, I definitely did get a bit cocky, because now I'm starting to sob. And you're probably thinking, Mike, why are you being so erratic? It's because it's currently 20 past 5 p.m. and the football kicks off at 6. So I want to get this all cooked and eaten, well, ready to be eaten, so I can watch my Pats play those dirty birds, the Seattle Seahawks. So yeah, you could say I'm running against the clock. That's right. This is actually quite a simple dish. This is one of the few times that I have made what I'm cooking in the past. To be fair, one time, but still, the fact that I've made it, jeepers, I really did score an own goal on that one. Why did I have to say I was the man? Why did I have to do it? Alright, so we've got a rough chunk. What did I do with my dough scraper? There she blows. Alright, onion in the pan. And on the bench. Okay, now I've recovered. I believe I've recovered. Just a little bit of waterworks. Okay, I'm gonna get a bowl for all my rubbish. Should have done that beforehand, but it's okay. This is an erratic edition. Go onions, go. A little bit of salt, a little bit more salt. Crank this as hard as it goes, because I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of this channel just being watch as I have everything ready except for onions. And also, you missed what I just did, but that's fine. The onions, they're in a pan. There's oil in there, there's salt in there, looks good. Back here, we're going to lose some garlic off the side of the bench. Jeepers, I just need to slow down. Just take a little minute here. Pick up all the pieces of garlic off the floor. Four garlic cloves. That's 5, but that one's small, that one's small. They're kind of small, so. All right, just beat the love out of them with the knife. Rough chop. Actually, I'm just going to leave this quite chunky. Right, that's ready to go in when the onions are looking a bit more colourful. Now, if you look closely, you could see there's a few stray little bits of onion skin. And I think it's quite obvious that it's because I am rushing. Okay. Onion's good. Garlic's ready to go. Ginger's in a jar. I know that's cheating. And then we have our spices. So in here, I have, what do I have? I have two tablespoons of garam masala, a quarter of a teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I've already added salt to the onions, but that's fine. That's just going to draw the moisture out of the onions, yada yada yada. It's fine. It's not going to be too salty. It's going to be okay. So I'm going to go garlic and ginger in, then the spices are going to go in, and then our chicken is next. So I am going to start cutting out this bad boy, which means I might grab a fresh knife because that's all ready to go. Let's try this one. This looks like a bit of a pretty sweet little like saber looking thing. So with these, I'm thinking maybe it wants to be a little bit chunky. I always find chicken breasts, it's a lot harder to undercook it than overcook it, in my experience. So you go too small, it's gonna be overcooked, And then you're just going to have this tough, stringy chicken breast. But what I want is soft, pillowy, delicious, tender, what other buzzwords are there? Just morsels, just beautiful little egg-laying morsels. Bless them. Alright, I'd like to cut off the tenderloin, address that separately. And then I just, obviously it's quite thin down here, it's quite thick down here, so I'll get rid of that. So that's its own little fella. And now all of this is all around the same sort of thickness. So if I go lengthways there, and now we have pretty even sized bites. I might just cut that one in half because that's quite big. Alright, now with this, I'm going to go in, jeepers, into the tray that the chicken came from. That way, I don't have to worry about dirtying another dish. Okay, now wash hands, very important. Although please don't take any health and safety advice from me because I'm quite cavalier when it comes to chicken. Like I'm pretty sure you're about to see me do not a very good job of cleaning up this chopping board. Alright, let's go back to our onions. We're ready for some garlic. And was it 2 thumb-sized pieces? So I'm just going to eyeball that. I guess a thumb is about a teaspoon. So that's that. And that looks very nice and colourful. And smells beautiful. Okay. Chicken, spice mix. Okay. So that's just had a minute or so just to get the little raw garlic and raw ginger taste out of it. So in with our spices. Again, mainly garam masala, a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of chili. We'll give that a little moment to just talk to each other. Do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to get rid of that so you can't criticise how clean I get this chopping board. You're just going to have to listen to the audio and trust that all of the bad salmonella and Campylobacter is gone. But guess what? You're just going to have to believe in me. And look at that, nice and clean. Good boy. Alright, spices. Lovely, colourful. Chicken. Bang bang pow. isn't it just a vibrant looking mother? Alright, what's next? Okay, water. About a cup. One and a quarter, the recipe says. That looks pretty good to me. Now, the next thing to go in here is banana. It might be a little bit scary to you. Trust me, it works. Only downside I have with it is that when it's all cooked and everything's said and done, the chicken and the banana do look very similar. So sometimes you'll have a bite and you think it's chicken and it's banana, and it's a little bit weird. It's like when something's hot and you think it's going to be cold, or the other way around. You get it anyway. You probably could leave it out, but the fact of the matter is, this is a really, really, really good korma. I didn't think I could make curry at home. I thought there was some magical witchcraft that they do in those curry houses that just makes everything rich and delicious. And you know what? It probably is just a bit of creme fraiche and coconut cream. But if you're worried about the banana, just leave it out. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So now, if you pinch that and peel that way, allegedly, you get way less of those strings. You know the banana strings? Like these guys? And to be honest, that wasn't too bad, was it? But if you peel that way, look at them. Oh no, that did come. You know, you hear these things on the internet sometimes, and it's just, I don't know. Believe too much fake news. Alright, banana. Happy. Let's just clean my knife. Okay. I'm just going to do rough sort of chunks, maybe around the same size as my pieces of chicken, just so you really get confused. And I like to cut them on the angle. I like to cut everything kind of a little bit on the angle. Just gives it a nice little look to it. So, we have 2 bananas, simple. We have a very vigorous pot of chicken. I'm just going to turn that down actually and put a little bit more water in there. Now, this here, what's it called? It's called creamed coconut block. I believe you can use this to make coconut milk. You just dilute, just boiling water in this, and all of a sudden you have coconut milk. But from what I understand, it's more of the flesh and the oil than the coconut water. So it's a lot richer. Like it's obviously it's solid right now, but once it goes into the pot with a bit of heat, it's going to melt down, and we're going to have this deliciously like velvety, rich gravy. that plus this, boomtown, man. You're going to Flavour Town is actually where you're going. All right, so now that our chickens had a little bit of time to cook, we'll chuck our banana in. And from this point on, you have to be quite careful stirring, because obviously banana's quite soft. And we don't want to break it down, we don't want it too mushy. Alright, 5:38. 22 minutes till kickoff. Plenty of time. Now, as for what to serve this with, rice, naan, papadom, I actually made these, they're called parathas, earlier today. They're like a flatbread, but these are like the croissant version of an Indian flatbread, because there's a whole bunch of lamination going on, and they're like, I tried one earlier. They're quite crispy. I mean that's going to be delicious dipped into there. I actually thought maybe like some coriander and some garlic and some butter and just, oh my god. So I made these earlier today. I'm just going to give them a little, might give them a little zap in the pan just to warm them up, toast them up. What am I doing? Stir the bananas. Gently stir the bananas. I'll show you what's going on. I say gently, but what I'm doing doesn't really look that gentle, does it? Now this is a classic example. You don't need to go and buy jarred sauce. If you look at the ingredients, most of the time, it's just stuff you have in the cupboard. It's all just spices, bit of water, bit of, whatever. So, save your money, save the landfill, I suppose all that stuff's recycled now anyway, but anyway, it's much more rewarding doing it like this, I feel. You might feel differently, but anyway. Back to the bananas. Alright, so that's going to have a couple of minutes, and then we're going to put our coconut in. And ground almonds, that's another thing that seems to thicken up curry sauces quite well. Again, I don't know the science of it. Probably should. So in with this guy. No, I think I should have put it in whole. Let's just watch that. Watch that melt into deliciousness. Okay. Ground almonds and a bit of sugar. A very gentle little stir. Very gentle. So you can already see the you probably can't, this camera isn't the greatest, but you can already see the ground almonds and the water and the fat and all of that is just kind of moulding together, and it almost looks like a little batter. I don't know. I'm trying too hard to describe it, I think. Now, I've just realised that I don't have any coriander, so this is going to look like quite a sad little plate up. I've got some parsley. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of parsley on it, just so it looks kind of like that. But I'll be honest. I mean, it's going to be a nice big bowl of light brown. The best coloured foods are brown. Right. Yeah, I think I will. Obviously, won't taste anywhere near as good as coriander, but for the sake of visuals and for the sake of me not just putting a plate of brown in front of you. So they do say that we eat with our eyes. Well, the camera eats first, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to cut this. I'm just going to have some odd leaves. That way when I go to eat it, I can just pick it off. Cheeky. Right, where's our coconut cream gone? Creamed coconut block. Here it is there, it's almost gone. Almost gone. Now all that's left is about a cup of creme fraiche. I might do a little bit less because it's quite a lot. Just like that episode from South Park. Where basically if you just put creme fraiche on anything, instantly delicious. Which I will not deny. You know what? I'm just going to turn that off and that off. How deliciously thick and rich does that look? All right. Let's make this look pretty, eh? I've already made it delicious. Take the bowl with me. There we go. Just a bowl of yellowy brown. All of a sudden, we look profesh. All right, there you have it. That was actually quite a simple one, wasn't it? And look, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. And like I say, just even without the banana, this is a delicious korma. Oh my god. And 12 minutes till kickoff. All right, guys, have a good week. And go Pats. Let's go 2-0. Let's beat those dirty birds. All right. That was chicken and banana korma. Started off high energy, started off chaotic, and then I simmered it down, just like a good curry. Just simmered it down. And here we are. Sunday night. Good times ahead. All right. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.